everyone, welcome back to the 4 Eyes channel. I know, it's been a while since I've made a video, but I do have a genuinely good reason for this. But for now, I'm just going to talk about what we're making today. So today we are making these pretty sweet Spider-Man homecoming lenses, but these have a bit of a secret behind them, and it's not what you might expect. So I'm going to put this down and explain what I've been for the last 2 months or so, and it is a good reason, and that reason being that I've got a new job. Where I work is not important at the moment, but it's a great opportunity. I genuinely mean it's like the best thing ever. But I've been focusing on that job to learn the ins and outs of it, as there's some difficult parts to that job, and I've not had much time to make more things like the Spider-Man thing you've seen today. I've made this in Harlequin ham, you can see on the screen right now, for a friend in work. But other than that, I've been focusing on the job. I feel comfortable now about the job, and I'm back making more videos. So just like that, let's get started with this tutorial. So the first thing you'll want to do is to go down to the link down below and download these Spider-Man lenses template. Now, if those who have watched my video may have noticed that the templates were disappeared from the Facebook group, but they're all back now, so you can go and download all of the templates that you need. Especially these ones today, as these come in 4 parts, and this will help you make your Spider-Man lenses and make it a little bit easier for you, because I like to make it easier for you at home so that you don't have to worry about drawing your own lenses. So here are the lenses we're going to be making today. And what makes these so special, you're asking? Well, it is the modular, the design behind them. So the first thing you're going to notice is it's on a face shield. This is one I'm developing myself, so it can be cheap and effective for you at home to make, which I'll possibly make a tutorial if it comes out well. But for now, let's just focus on the lens. The first thing you're going to notice that these lenses are magnetic, so you can peel these away from the face shield. Now this lens is a modular lens, so basically each layer you see here can be peeled away. So simply peel the back layer and remove one of the layers. Replace the back layer, and basically you have a new lens there. This is really good if you want to have different expressions for your characters and photos on those conventions, and it's very simple to make as well. So just like that, let's get started with the video. So once you've gone to the Facebook group and downloaded that template or drawn your own, you'll have something like this once you've cut them out. The templates on the Facebook group will show 4 things to cut out, as I've only got 3 here, as I made the template after I made this video. With your templates cut out, place them on the sheet rubber and draw around each and every single piece. Once this is done, take a pair of scissors and carefully cut around each and every single piece drawn around. This is easily done, as the rubber is thin enough to work with, but still tough enough to hold its own shape. So this next bit is where we're going to cut out the center pieces of the lenses. In this case, I'm using a knife. If you're using a knife, do not cut like this on the screen, as you can see. Make sure your hand is above the knife, so therefore you will not cut yourself if the blade slips. You can also get an adult to help you here. This is not going to be a problem, and you could also use a small pair of scissors as well. And once it's done, it'll look something like this. You will have 4 lenses available, where there's only 3 on the screen right now, but you'll have 2 of the front lenses and then 2 extra lenses as well. Now this part is for those who want to make the lenses themselves and not use the template. Basically we're going to be drawing circles for the magnets to fit inside. So as you can see, the magnets on the screen are quite small, so I'm going to put 3 points on the lenses, which if you've downloaded the template will be done all for you. And what you need to do is cut them out very carefully. I'm using a small knife, so I want you to be very careful with the small knife. You can also use a hole punch or use a very small pair of scissors as well. For your safety, if you're a little bit young and this part seemed a little bit difficult with a sharp knife or a pair of scissors, ask an adult to assist you, as this will help you from getting hurt. And once the holes are cut, you'll see something like this, where basically you can put the magnet inside that hole. Next, you need to take that one that you've cut out and place on top of each and every single lens available, and draw around the holes that you cut out so that the holes will match in each and every single lens. So once you've done all that hard work cutting out all those holes, you'll have something like this. But remember, do not cut the very front lens out with holes, just stick the magnets in that place. Therefore, when you place the templates on top of each other, they'll fit through the holes and then stick to the face shield once it's all put together. So for the next part, we're going to be making the white part of the Spider-Man lens. Basically, you need to take the back lens and draw on the inner section of that lens. And once that is done, you need to draw an extra piece around the edge. This is where glue will be placed later on. So it doesn't really matter what material you use for your white part of your lenses. I like this reflective sheeting as it's something that I've stuck by, but you can use a metal mesh or a cloth mesh. It doesn't really matter as the end result will be the same. And then once it's all cut out, glue on that small section of excess material that we've drawn later on, and it will look something like this. The reason for this small piece of extra material is that when you put the glue on it, if you make a mistake or it gets damaged, you can easily peel it away and not damage the rubber part of the lens. And then finally, once it's all done, it'll look something like this with several layers all on top of each other. Very simple to take apart and put back together, and it's something you can do within seconds of wearing the costume, and you'll have no problems at making your costume look pretty sweet for a convention. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, I do have the full Spider-Man suit on now. This is my own version of the Spider-Man Homecoming costume with my own lenses. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Also, my nephew has on my old DIY costume mask, which is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you do like this video, please dislike, comment and subscribe. Links down below to all the places where you can go and download the template for these lenses, that mask, and everywhere else where you can follow me as well. And if I don't get to see you tomorrow, good morning, good evening, and good night.
Goodbye.